Hey y'all, this is Jillian from Maxine Makes Magic, and this week I am so excited to announce a new series here on the channel. Rather than our traditional Disney Parks food series, we are pivoting over to Disney Springs. Now I know many people consider Disney Springs to be the 5th unofficial Disney park of the Walt Disney World Resort, and I kind of agree with that. But to keep things plain and simple for all of my Disney newbies out there, this series is going to be my Disney Springs food series that is all dedicated to the different Disney Springs eats and treats that you can find all across the Disney Springs property. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I pretty much say that every single video, but I have been wanting to do this one for a while now, and I'm really excited because today we are starting at my absolute favorite spot of all spots, of all restaurants, shops, in Disney Springs, Gideon's Bakehouse. Now this is one of 2 locations in the Orlando area, but the one in Disney Springs has my heart. It is so incredibly spooky. I feel like it's a mashup of Harry Potter and the Haunted Mansion. I am wearing my Ghost House shirt today because it gives me all of the Gideon's vibes. But anyways, I just feel like there is so much creativity that's gone into this business, specifically this location. They are known for their oversized, gigantic XL cookies that are packed with ingredients that are very high quality. That's my cat. So this is Pascal. He likes to pop in for my videos from time to time, and yes, he is named after Pascal from Tangled. I just wanted him to say hi because he wanted to just interrupt here really quick. And we're back. I feel like so much effort has been put into this location. It's highly themed. As I mentioned before, the ingredients here are so high quality. If you like creepy spooky, this is for you without like scaring yourself. It's gonna be like Haunted Mansion type scary. Super, super cute. I digress. What we're focusing on today is their amazing cookies. They also make these beautiful cakes. They're known for their nitro cold brew as well, or their cookie hour where you can actually get ice cream with your cookies. But today we are focusing on their cookies, and they have a myriad of options. Some are seasonal or limited edition by month. Others are there all the time. And today we are going to make the banana bread chocolate chip cookie. This used to be a limited edition cookie, but it is so popular that is now fully on the menu. This cookie took Gideon's over 20 years to perfect. And I have not had the opportunity to try this particular cookie yet, but I have had the chance to try their others. So if I can say one thing about Gideon's is that these cookies are so rich, so worth trying. The ingredients are absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited we're making it today. It's a vanilla bean cookie that has chocolate chips, banana chips, real banana in the cookie, and candied walnuts. A little disclaimer is that I'm going to swap out the candied walnuts for candied pecans. I am actually allergic to walnuts, fun fact. I bake with them here and there, but I actually want to be able to have this cookie and enjoy it. And because I cannot consume walnuts, I am switching for pecans. But as always, if you would like to use the original recipe, use the candied walnuts, absolutely go for it. That is how the recipe is intended. So give that a try, or swap the pecans like me, or omit the nuts in general if you have a nut allergy. So a ton of options here to keep in mind. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to start this Disney Springs food series. I am so ecstatic just to jump into it. So come on, join me. Let's go do an ingredient roundup and dive into how we can make these delicious cookies and try to get them to be as perfect as Gideon's. Let's get into it. All right, y'all, it is time for our ingredient roundup. I have everything ready to go. We're gonna start today with our dry ingredients. We have 1 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 cup of cake flour, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. All ready to go. All I need to do is mix these guys together. So let me grab a whisk, because that is super important to get these combined. Just gonna go ahead and whisk these dry ingredients together. Get those set aside. Then we can start looking at our wet ingredients. Today we are using 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of unsalted cold cubed butter. You want to make sure your butter is super cold. 1 whole banana mashed. We also have an egg and an egg yolk, as well as some vanilla extract, and we also have a little bit of banana extract. I use a teaspoon of vanilla extract, but I only use a couple drops of the banana extract that I have. It's highly concentrated. It's gonna help give a little extra punch of banana flavor without overwhelming the entire cookie. We wanna be able to get the nice flavor of banana, not a super artificial flavor. Last but not least, and my favorite part, is the mix-ins for today's cookie. I have them separated out here into 3 different parts. Part of the reason why is because my bowls are a little small, but anyways, I have got 1 cup of milk chocolate chips, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. You could also use dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate. The original recipe, to my understanding, calls for dark chocolate and semi-sweet, but I'm a milk chocolate girl, so that's what I'm using. And for my milk chocolate chips, I actually use Ghirardelli. They do use Ghirardelli at Gideon's Bakery as one of the many varieties of chocolate that they source, but I have Ghirardelli in my local grocery store, so that is what I used. I just used some normal semi-sweet chocolate chips as well. I grabbed some banana chips, and last but not least, I have candied pecans, 1 cup again. You want anywhere from 1 to 1.5 cups of all of your mix-ins. Main reason being, we need some mix-ins to go in the cookie, and we also need some mix-ins later on that we can roll the cookie in. If you've seen a Gideon's cookie before, they are just topped and stuffed with toppings and mix-ins. They roll their cookies at all of the different mix-ins to go around the outsides. When they bake them in the oven, you get the mix-ins or the toppings in every single bite, which makes them so good. So you have all of our ingredients ready to go. Now we just need to get one thing prepped, and that is our trusty stand mixer. With our stand mixer ready, we can go ahead and start our recipe today by combining both our brown sugar and granulated sugar with our cold cubed butter. We'll want to beat our ingredients from anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. This is just going to make sure that we are really getting the ingredients well incorporated, and you're going to want to work on a medium to high speed. Once you no longer see clumps of butter in your bowl, you can go ahead and stop the mixer and scrape down the sides. Scraping down the side of the bowl is just a little bit of extra reassurance that there are no hidden clumps of butter that the eye couldn't catch. Make sure to give the paddle attachment a little scrape down too, and once everything has been scraped down off the paddle attachment and into the bowl, you can add in your 2 eggs, your vanilla extract, as well as your banana extract. Follow that with your 1 mashed banana and restart the mixer, setting on a low speed to start so you don't splatter ingredients everywhere. Pick up the speed and beat again until all the ingredients are combined. It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes max. It's time to move forward and add in our dry ingredients. You want to add a little bit at a time. I usually stop my mixer in order to do this. Add a little bit, and as I go, per usual, scrape down the sides just to make sure we don't have any clumps of flour in our mixture, and continue to do this process until everything is almost combined. Once our dough is combined, we can add in our mix-ins. That's going to be our glazed pecans, banana chips, milk chocolate chips, as well as our semi-sweet chocolate chips. A quick tip throughout the entire mixing process is to keep your mixer on low. We do not want to build up any gluten in the cookie. We do not want it to be tough. So just keep that mixer on low and be a little bit patient. It'll turn out great. Our cookie dough is all ready to go, and oh my gosh, guys, I want to take a spoon to this so bad, but we need to pop it into the fridge for 30 minutes. It's really sticky at this point, so we need to chill it down so it's just a little bit easier to work with.
Our cookie dough is ready to work with. It chilled for 30 minutes. It's perfectly scoopable, as you can see, and we need to measure out our cookie dough to 6 ounces. Gideon's cookies are 8 ounces or half a pound, so in order to get them to that perfect size, you want to measure out the dough to 6 ounces, and then once you go ahead and roll that chilled dough into the toppings, it's going to come out to that 8 ounces, so measure out to 6. Once completed, they will be 8 ounces in total. Once you've scooped out all your cookies, you're gonna have about 5 in total with the amount of dough we've made. You're gonna roll it up a little bit nicer into a pretty ball, and then you're going to chill again for another 20 to 30 minutes. This chilling time is so important. It's going to make sure that when we go to roll this cookie dough ball into the toppings, they're going to stick, but they're not going to get pressed too far into the cookie. When you bake it, you really want these toppings to remain on top. We do not want them to go down into the cookie. That's why we already added in the mix-ins earlier on. These are toppings, those were mix-ins. We want toppings. And Gideon's is all about the appearance of their cookies, and this is exactly what we're aiming for. Once all of our cookies are topped, we're gonna bake them in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Then we're gonna bump the heat up to 425 and bake for another 10 minutes. We do this additional bake time to get that really crispy outside edge and that really soft, chewy inside. To get the perfect cookie shape, I just use a bowl in order to round out the sides and then add any additional toppings to perfect these cookies.
I am so excited. It's still a little bit warm. I did let these set up. I wanted to make sure they didn't fall apart when I went to pick them up for the video, but they look so good. I mean, seriously, I'm trying to show you the bottom, but look at all the mix-ins. They're like flying off the top. We're gonna go for it. It's falling apart. It's unreal.
Hey guys, this is Jillian from the future, just popping in to tell you to let these bad boys sit overnight for the perfect texture. I promise you the wait is worth it.
The structural integrity is questionable at this point, but it is seriously so good. You guys have to give this recipe a try. I'm just gonna take another little bite off to make my life easier. Delicious. Oh my gosh. The first recipe in my Disney Springs food series is a success. If you like videos just like these, go over to my channel and check out my Disney Springs food series or my Disney Parks food series, where I take a look at all the different eats and treats throughout the parks and Disney Springs and try to recreate them at home for you. As always, this is Jillian from Maxine Makes Magic, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye guys.